Hello, hello, hello. How we doing out there? Hey, listen, yesterday I read a chapter in a book, and it kind of touched me a little bit and reminded me of something that actually happened in Hawaii, and really didn't recognize it until I read this. You know, most of you, if you've watched my videos, you know I have back problems, and when I went to Hawaii, you know, I had the fear of going, and it wasn't the fear of going, it's the fear of, you know, something happening to my back, because it's happened in the past. And I did real good on the way out, you know, other than little butterflies in your stomach, you know, from the flight that everybody has. I did real good on the way out, but for some reason, I think it was because of Saturday was so secretive, you know, where we were going and this and that. I don't know, I woke up in bed about 1 o'clock at night. My back was killing me. You know, a lot of times what happens, it'll spasm up, you know, and it gets really hard, and it just, you know, if you had any kind of back problems, you will know. Spasms up, gets hard, so I'm pacing the floor all night, you know, kind of telling myself, you know, that everything's okay, and because, you know, I didn't want to go into that really bad area where it gets so tight. I think a lot of it is in my mind, and I start telling myself, oh my God, I'm having problems. Instead of doing that, I went the other way. So what I'm trying to tell you here is I was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable for, you know, not knowing what was happening the next day, which was stupid because I couldn't do anything about it anyway. I couldn't do anything about the past. I can't do anything about the future, just right now. So finally, oh man, it took me about 2 hours. So it was probably 3 o'clock in the morning. I finally calmed myself down enough to where I could feel my back releasing. And then I started thinking about, you know, other stuff. And by morning, I was out walking around and having no problems. Now this happened to me again on the way home, which was really weird because usually on my way home, you know, all the fear, worry is gone because I've already done what I needed to do, and now I'm just going home. But it happened at the airport because I had to wait like 2 or 3 hours for the plane, and I could feel it start happening again. And you know, I just basically talked myself out of it, and really, you know, I was so surprised that it worked. You know, that I could calm myself down and take away the worry and the fear. And to me, that made me grow. And that was what the chapter was about, confronting your comfort zone. Some people are comfortable, you know, mostly poor people and middle class. Some people are uncomfortable, which are usually the rich. You know, they have to fight their fears, not fight them, they got to push through their fears. And, you know, when they do stuff, they take action, they do it, they do it without, you know, they make a decision and just do it. And that makes them, you know, they makes them grow because they took action, they did what they needed to do, they were uncomfortable, but they pushed through it and succeeded. And most rich people will tell you, you know, it just don't happen exactly like that. Some days you fall down, you know, some days you go halfway, some days you go below, you know, what happened the day before. Or you're starting all over for some reason. You know, this happens. There is no result that you're going to get that's 100%. So if you want to grow in your life, no matter what you're doing, I mean, I'm in business, and that's, you know, this is the people that I'm talking to. But if you're not in business and you're just a person out there, the only way that you're going to grow is if you are uncomfortable of what your next particular thing is you want to do. Now, I'll give you an example. You know, we got an event coming up. To tell you the truth, I wasn't going to go. I just was going to sit back and, I guess, be lazy about it. And I have also, I guess I got a fear of being with it's not really a fear of being with a bunch of people, it's all the noise that they create. I have sometimes a problem when I go into restaurants that are really busy, big restaurants, and the dishes are clanging and all the people are going blah, 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 yelling, and, you know, they're not yelling, but, you know, yakking and laughing and having fun. But I don't know, it affects me in some way, and you know what? I just sit there. I don't run from it. I try to grow from it, and I tell you, it really used to bug me, and very seldom did that ever happen to me anymore. So I have grown past that. But this is a bigger event because I've never been with 5,000 people or more at one time. So, hey, my wife says, you gotta go. Okay, I'm going. So she set me all up, and I'm heading to Denver in a couple weeks, and I'm going to go through that event, and I'm going to push through that just like I do everything else. You can be unstoppable. You know, don't let anybody stop you. The only really person that's stopping you is yourself. You. That's it. So I hope you liked your some tips today. I hope you got some tips today from it, and maybe share them with other people. You know, because I know there's a lot of people out there that they're very comfortable in what they're doing. They ain't got a pot to piss in, and they don't have a life. They just stay home and watch TV and do nothing. Go to some rundown job, work for a week, and they're probably behind a check by now, you know. Man, do yourself a favor. Do something with your life. You only got one. Do something with it. Change your life. You can do it. Your changes will come easily. As soon as you figure out that you're the problem and you have a problem and you make changes to change that, you know, the universe or God, whoever controls that, will reward you, and you'll see your own transformation. I know I have. I was so negative, I couldn't talk to anybody without being negative. Even if they told me, hey, I'm giving you a raise. Yeah, it's probably only 3%, you know. Anyway, this video is getting long. I hope you loved this today. Share it with your friends, your family, and if it really touched you and you want to join with somebody in business that's just like-minded, hit the link below. Join me. Be a part of our team. And I'll see you tomorrow.